My name is Ike and I am the initiator of #LOL Team Development Initiative. At today's podcast series, I'm going to be sharing something very important, something I think will be of immense benefit to you as a teenager. It is something that I call pixels and pictures. Pixels and pictures. Now, what are pixels? Pixels are the little dots that you find in pictures. Pixels are the little dots that make up pictures. What are pictures? You're very familiar with a picture. A picture is an image of something. Now, why am I talking about pixels and pictures? Every human being has a big picture image of themselves. Every person has a big picture image of what they desire to become in the future. You have an image of yourself. You have a big picture. You doubtless must have had a lot of people talk about seeing the big picture, being familiar with the big picture and all of that. Trust me when I tell you this, even if you don't consciously think you do, but you have a big picture. There's something in your head, there's a you in your head that you're working towards, either consciously or unconsciously. Now that you in your head is a big picture of a future that you desire. But to get to that big picture, there are pixels that you must pick up along the way to make up that big picture. Listen to this. This is a picture. Now, to get to this big picture, the big picture needs to be formed. It's like a puzzle. Along the way is littered with little colored dots that really don't make sense to you. You find a green, you find a red dot, you find a purple dot, you find a pink dot, you find all of those dots littered along the way. And you neglect the dots, expecting to find a picture at the end of the journey. Trust me when I tell you this, it's not going to be like that. You're not going to find a picture at the end of the journey, because pictures are made from pixels. Pixels are the little components that make up pictures. Now, in your life, there are pixels that will make up your big picture image of yourself. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. I am very interested in helping you find out those pixels that will make up the big picture. The problem with a lot of people, the problem with people who have advanced in years, and when they look back, they tell themselves how much they failed. The problem is not very much in the failure. The problem is in the neglect of the little pixels that they ought to have picked up along the way. Bear in mind that the pixels that you neglect today might just be the pixels that will make up the big picture for your big picture in the future, for your future. I need you to roll up your sleeves and get to work on gathering those pixels. Now, what are the pixels? You might want to ask me that. The pixels are choices you make. The pixels are places you go to. The pixels are the things you do that are consistent with the vision, big picture that you have. If, for instance, you have a big picture of being a great man, you are young right now. You got to understand that to get to that point of greatness, you must do things that are consistent with greatness. You must do things at your level right now that are consistent with the concept, with the idea of greatness that you have. If you want to be a great scientist, then you got to understand that the pixels you gather along this line should be things like getting good grades in school, making the right friends, reading the right books, going on the internet to search things out, things that even your peers may not consciously be aware of. I need you to roll up your sleeves and also understand something. There's a key thing I need you to understand about pixels. Pixels don't look exciting. They don't look interesting. They don't look attractive at all. They don't. But the picture looks attractive. But the picture is made up of pixels. So you gotta pick the pixels that don't look attractive to make the big picture that looks attractive. I want to challenge you today. Your life is in your hand. That's a major thing we share at #LOL. We consistently pass across a message to teenagers that you watching this, your future is in your hand. You are the driver of the future that you envision. You are the pixel gatherer of the big picture that you desire. The responsibility of gathering those pixels lies in your hands. Pardon my English of pixel gatherer, but the responsibility of gathering the pixels that will make up your big picture lies in your hands. Today. It's not a tomorrow thing. Your future is today. A wise man said you will become what you are becoming. That big picture you have, the pixels today that you neglect or that you pick up will make up that big picture. You don't want to regret when you get to the point where you want to see a big picture and you see an incomplete big picture. I want to challenge you today. I want to encourage you today. Go ahead and gather the pixels. Go ahead and gather the pixels. They don't look exciting. They might not look attractive, but trust me, they will pay off. Go do the work now. The work will pay off later. The work will pay off later. My name is Ike, and I want you to go ahead and keep living out loud because the future is now. Thank you very much.